So experiences make up, the person that you are. And I don't know about you, but I've been under general anesthetic and had an operation. So those people that have had an operation and have been under general anesthetic will have the same knowledge that I have. So they put a needle in, they say count to 3, by the time you get to 3 you're not going to be awake, and you hear 1 and then maybe you might have heard 2 or 3, but you guarantee by the time you get to 3 you're going to be out and you're not going to hear it. And then you wake up and the operation's over and you're in a bed usually. You don't usually wake up during the operation, do you? Some people do, I didn't, thankfully. But you wake up a few hours later and the operation's all over, isn't it? Yeah, that's general anaesthetic. Now, I've been fortunate to experience local anaesthetic as well. And, well, local anaesthetic, it's like part of your body not being there. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like the local anaesthetic's there and that part of your body isn't there anymore. It's like if they poured it on your hand, it'd be like your hand isn't there anymore. It's just not there. You can see it, but it's not sending any signals anymore. It goes away. It's stopped being there. It's very hard to explain local anaesthetic is, but that's what it is. Now, unfortunately, I've had the experience of being knocked out as well, and partially knocked out. So I know the difference between being partially knocked out and completely knocked out, and they're completely different. Right. Now, I've also had the unfortunate experience of having mind-altering drugs administered to me and having illusions. So I've had that experience as well. I've also had the experience of consuming that much alcohol that I've become catatonic. Although my eyes are still open and my ears are still working and my body functions are still working, I can't do anything. Catatonic. So I've been in that situation as well, where you can hear people speaking, you know what they're saying, you can understand what they're saying, but you can't move your arms, you can't move your legs, you're catatonic. I've also been catatonic on cannabis as well. So, as you can well understand, I've had a lot of experiences in my life. A lot more experiences than most people have experienced. Now, I've had numerous amounts of illusions as well. I've also experienced things like landlights. So I've seen landlights, which are plasma balls, with my own eyes, and many other spectacular events. And there's some of your own experiences. Now, some people, when they're talking to me, are complete drips, sheltered little drips. Mummy's little pet, never seen anything. I watched 18 classification films when I was 5 years old. Some people don't watch an 18 classification film until they're 18, by which time it's too late for them to actually absorb some things, because as we full well know, by the time you're brainwashed by a Bible or by other governmental brainwashing techniques, sometimes you cannot absorb information because of the brainwashing techniques. Now, I'm fortunate to know what a brainwashing technique is and how it works because I listened and learned. So, one example would have been the Colgate advert, where it was Colgate, 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 and it was banned because it said repetitively too many times the name of the brand. And lots of people realised, right, that this was happening because they were not used to buying that brand, they were used to buying another brand, and might have even been anti that brand. Just because they were anti that brand, that's why they were buying the other brand. But for some reason, they watched that advert repetitively and without even thinking, they bought that brand. It's called brainwashing. And you lot have been brainwashed. I haven't. I know that because of some of my experiences. But you've got to understand that you lot have been brainwashed. And when you're talking to me around about things, I know when you're brainwashed and when you're not brainwashed, and to what extent your brainwashing has occurred. And it's rather funny. Very amusing. You might think, you know, things that happen to me are quite funny and quite amusing, but watching a brainwashed world being zoomed around by brainwashed idiots at the top, because let's face it, even your politicians are brainwashed, and I can tell to what extent each politician is brainwashed. And it's extremely funny when the leader of a large country is a brainwashed fool. A manipulated brainwashed fool in some cases.